Welcome to the Art of Conscious Living TV. I'm so very pleased to have an incredible guest on today. His name is Waleed. He's known as a Tiger of the Desert. He is a self-promoting internet sensation via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, with all of the millions of fans worldwide. He is inspiring from Jordan, the Middle East. And I'm so very pleased to have him on the show today to talk about his beautiful music, his art. He's a model, he's a performer, he's an actor, he's a singer, and he's an all-around beautiful person, Waleed. And let's take a moment to look at this video clip.
For the show. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. كيف اجيك وكيف انا ابدا في غرامك، كيف قلي ابتدي لك بالكلام، لك اسلم بس ما جاني سلامك، يعني مستكتر عليك. انت روحي، انت حبيبي، انت قلبي، ما اقدر اعيش يا حبيبي وانت بعيد، روحي في ايدك قلبي هواك انا ما اقدر، ليا ارجع قلبي يوجع وانت بعيد يا
Waleed, thank you for being a guest on the Art of Conscious Living TV, and thank you for taking the time. I know you're on a total different time zone in Jordan. Welcome to the show. How are you this morning?
First of all, I'm 29 years old now. I've been singing since I was a kid in school, and the principal and the school teachers all know that. They used to count on me for school shows because I used to sing and dance and act and direct and help in directing plays in the school. I always wanted to be, let's say, not just a singer. I always wanted to be a theatrical performer, something special to do, to dance, to sing, sometimes to act. So I actually followed my dreams, and I majored theater arts, singing, acting, and directing at the university. I graduated on the top theater arts department, second on College of Arts and Design, and that actually, let's say, gave me credit in front of some of the the performance here in Jordan. We don't have a lot of singers, but some of them knows me from my let's say graduation project that I did in the university. I didn't focus on acting more. I focused on singing because I always wanted to, let's say, to reach the people easier with songs and with many languages. I thought of opening a page on Facebook and do short videos, me singing some of the Arabic songs that I have. And I noticed that a lot of people from around the world are loving this kind of style that I'm singing. And a lot of them actually requested me to sing other languages. So I learned to sing in more than 4 languages to reach the people. And it spread it. And I'm so happy that I'm reaching to people with my own style and my own song. And people are loving it. And I'd love to sing more and reach to more people in the future.
And which languages do you prefer to be singing in of the 4 languages?
I sing in Arabic, but I'm reaching to people in Arabic. People are loving the language. People are trying to actually learn it and sing it. But mainly I sing in Arabic, English, and a little bit Spanish. And other languages that I'm trying to learn, like I learned Turkish lately. I learned Hebrew. I learned Portuguese. So it's a nice experience.
And what about your modeling experience?
Modeling. Now, I do take some photos. As people tell me that you should be a model and you should get professional in these things, but I focus more on the singing side, and not just singing. I say performing side because I love to do a show that not I only sing, I do dance and I do perform some kind of a message to the audience that stays in their head, let's say for the next week. You know, they always remember what they saw to capture them in the performance. So it's some kind of an entertainment, but in a theatrical way. Modeling for me is something, for me, I believe that I want to do more than modeling. I want to entertain the audience more than just take pictures or on the one way. I want to do something special. And I do believe I have little talents that I can use.
Well, you're very humble. You're very humble because you have extraordinary amounts of talent. You also offer acting. Would you like to be an actor? Or have you appeared in any acting of commercials or films?
Yes. Now, I play theater, so I did some plays, but they're not that big here in Jordan. We don't have a lot of arts here in Jordan. Unfortunately, we don't get supported financially to do movies or to do theater. So every artist should work hard in order to get out of the country to get noticed sometimes. So
feeling that you would like your acting or anything that you are conveying and portraying, that you would like it to be love-based opposed to violence.
Yes. I always look for. Although I did some evil characters back in the university, and I was good at them.
Right.
But I do love the let's say the more passionate characters that you actually show passion in the movie.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to share one of your beautiful songs, impromptu, if you would sing. And let's take your English version first.
Okay, sure. I'll sing. There's a song that I really love in English, which is I Believe I Can Fly, because I do believe that I can fly sometimes with my dreams and hopes. So I'll sing you I Believe I Can Fly, a part of it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me walking through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Oh, thank you. That was so beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Have you had any voice lessons at all, or are you totally self-taught?
For me, I didn't study music or reading musical notes. For me, okay, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I do believe that as a singer, I do not like to get like involved in notes because I always say that when humans started to sing, they sang from passion, from their heart. They sang for a story or a message. They heard their voice and they just sang. They didn't follow notes or they didn't follow what are they like study music and stuff like that. No, I'm not against it, but I do like the singer to follow their voice within and just sing and do not follow notes and go like, oh, I should hit this note. Oh, I hit that note wrong or something like that. I do believe that you should just sing passionately if you can sing, and that's it.
So it's tapping into your essence, it's tapping into your passion, and
Yes,
letting that come forth and well up and come through you.
right.
So are you performing in Jordan and in other places?
Yes, I'm performing in Jordan. I do shows, sometimes for tourists, sometimes events that we're having here in Jordan. But this is the best you can do as a singer in Jordan because we don't have record labels and we don't have productions that actually do produce you video clips and you can be put on international television. But I'm trying to work my best on social media to find someone who would just like I'm not saying to sign me, but to produce me more to people because I've been doing all this work that you see on social media in very modest equipment at my small little room, and thank God it's been going very well. And
You're a one-man show.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm happy because people are actually requesting more and more. I get requests sometimes that, can you please sing this song? Can you sing this song? And I add a little bit more Oriental touch or Arabic touch to the song and introduce it to people. And people are loving it around the world, which is very lovely for me.
Absolutely. So if you had an experience where here in America we have American Idol, and they asked you to go, because you do not have Idol in a TV show in your country, so you went to the closest country nearby, which was Lebanon. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
Lebanon, yes, right.
And you, they asked you to sing a certain song, but they wanted it to sing a certain song in their key and in their performance. So what happened with that? Tell me about that experience.
Okay, I actually auditioned for the X Factor Middle Eastern version, and I was accepted. And producers actually really loved me, and they wanted me to. They actually they told me they bet on me. So they sent me a music that I told them it's not the same key that I sing in, and if I sang on it, I would be off tune. So they told me, no, you have to sing on. I told them I can't sing it. It's not my note, let's say. So I told them I have my own music, and I'll prefer to sing on it. And I sent them the music. At first they said no, and I said I'm not gonna carry on then. And then they accepted it. Now at the day of the show, they dubbed the music they wanted, and I sang to it, which made me go off tune. So I'm not actually saying I don't have any problem with the judges saying no. I really respect their opinion, and people come with different tastes, and they let's say some people like this voice, some don't. It's not I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with manipulating the show and manipulating that part that I requested that this music shouldn't be on the show, and they did it, and I sang off tune.
And did you proceed ahead with that show, or did you not?
No, no, no.
Did you actually perform?
I performed. Yes, I sang and I did a full show, and but the judges said no. No, I told you I have no problem with that. Afterwards, a famous Lebanese magazine called Jaras wrote about that, and I was interviewed on a Jordanian TV about the same reason, what happened exactly. So, I cleared out things to people. So this is the actual story that what happened in the X Factor. And the X Factor actually wasn't produced later on. It's been like almost 2 years, and that was the last season they did.
All right. Well, what are your hopes? Do you want to stay in Europe, or would you like to come to America and be performing here in America? Or would you like it European, or would you like to stay in the Middle East? Ultimately, where do you see yourself being?
If I see myself, sometimes I see myself international, to be honest with you, because as an artist, I do believe that the artist is for everyone. He's not for one nation and one language. You actually speak to people. Art is a language for all humans. And I do believe that I can sing in English for Americans in England or whatever the country that speaks English. I can speak Spanish for all the countries that speak Spanish and reach to them. I can speak any language and sing it if I reach to those people. But for me, I like to keep a little touch from where I come from, which is what people are loving and enjoying, and that's why they're following me and saying that it's special on Facebook, which is singing with an Oriental touch, an Arabic tone to my voice, or an Arabic tone in the music. But I do believe that I'm gonna be one day outside the Middle East, and I can come always, of course, to the Middle East. But I do believe that I can reach everyone.
And you're known as a tiger of the desert. Where did this come from?
Some of the social media pages they wrote that about me, because I always have this kind of extreme eye contact in the video, and when I dance and when I do these things seriously, so they call me the the tiger of the desert.
Okay. And are you a dancer also with all the other things that you are doing? It seems like you're multifaceted. So is dancing something you like to tap into as a professional dancer?
Okay. Let me tell you. For me, as a performer, there's like you have to do everything. I don't say that I'm let's say a professional dancer or a professional singer. I don't like the word professional for me, because professional becomes work. Then it's off the road from entertainment. I like to be an entertainer. Of course, I want to get charged for get money for it, but I don't want to be professional as to be described as, oh, he's the professional singer who does the best dances or whatever. I want to entertain the audience. I want to take them to another world. I want to charm them while they are sitting in the theater, and charm them with my dances, with my voice, with my looks. Let's say I always use eye contact with the audience. So I guess that's the answer of the question.
Okay. So tell me about your life, of what you practice to keep yourself balanced, and are you religious, or what works for you in today's world?
Okay, for me, I'm a very spiritual person. Spiritual person, as in I do believe in all faiths. By the way, I do believe that since I come from the Middle East, I know that all prophets who called for God, from Abraham, from Moses, Joseph, Jesus, Muhammad, they all called for one God, and they all called for the same, let's say, rights. I do believe that all religions came perfectly, and I do believe that if we just listen to the main core of each religion, we'll know that they all follow the same, let's say, concept. I do believe in all of them. I do not say that I should practice and I should tell people, no, I usually don't answer if they ask me, what are you? Are you Christian? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Jewish person? I always say, my religion belongs to me. I do practice it between me and God in my room. I do not let people to know that I practice this religion, and I tell people, do this and don't do that. For me, what's going on in the Middle East is that some extremist groups are controlling politics and using religion in order to reach to their political goal. And I'm against that. They should just keep away religion. Religion is for your own experience, for you. It's between you and God. You to actually restore yourself alone. So I always call for leaving religion away from politics. And this is not what's happening in the Middle East, unfortunately, nowadays.
You're absolutely correct on this, where when you have religious and politics mixing together, then there's a lot of self-interest there. And in the name of religion, so many terrible things have happened. And as you say, religion is a personal, one-on-one experience with a divinity. So keep it personal and keep it quiet and keep it sacred and keep it honorable. But when it becomes the way it's being used now, in the way of exploitation and control and aggression, then where is the sanity about that? That is complete.
Right.
That is complete chaos. And I think
Right.
this has been happening for a very long time. This is not something new. I think this is happening for many, throughout all of the eons of years in time, from the 15th century, 16th century, into the 18th century, this total control of manipulation of government and religion.
Right.
And when you say you're spiritual, you have this incredible, deep, powerful connection with your a private, beautiful, profound connection with divinity.
Yes. I always, I must have alone time every day to connect with God. For me, just like to connect, and because I restore myself, to be honest, because you always hear bad news on TV, especially in the Middle East nowadays, and you hear bad news like revolutions or killing or murders, or you read on the internet and you watch bad images that they're full of blood and stuff like that and massacres. And to actually to cleanse yourself, I have to just sit alone in my room, or sometimes I go up in the mountains or whatever, and I do connect. And when I connect, I actually, let's say, I restore myself and I gain more energy before.
And would this be a form of meditation? And where does prayer come into all of this?
Prayer is the see. I have my own mixed thing. As I told you, I believe in all religions. I do believe that all prophets used to sit alone and just connect to God. Let's say not connect as they're just praying. They just feel the existence of a powerful God out there who's watching and who's listening, which is importantly, because I do believe that if you have anything to say, just say it between you and God, because God would never, let's say, tell you, oh, you told me, or would tell your problems to other people. But I do believe in certain times that when you tell people, people would sometimes I say, expose you to other people. So why would I just do that? I would go sit alone and connect alone.
So that connection is actually listening to the whispers, listening to the quietness within, and
Yes.
it becomes like a living prayer of energy that's sustaining itself.
Yes, and you feel the existence of a powerful God. You feel actually, it's just follow the voice within. I always say follow the voice within. The voice within is really, really good to answer.
The voice within.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking about the voice within, let's have you sing some of your Arabic music now of sound.
Sure. Okay, I'll go with. Aman, 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 aman. aman. دخيل الله وبعد الله دخيله ولا ظني ترد لي انتخابك هزمني الشوق وجبرني أجيلك فتال الليل هادم بوابك.
How beautiful.
Thank you so
Please give me a
much.
translation.
Um, that's a song actually for
A brief
betrayal.
overview translation, maybe not word to word, but give me a
Yes,
general feeling of what you were conveying
I
there.
was singing. I was singing. It's a song for about betrayal of a lover, and this song is actually asking asking the person, why did you betray me? And it's praying that want to know the answer of betrayal.
He's asking for the wanting to know why you betrayed me, um, and does he talk about the hurt and the pain of that?
Yes, of course.
Hmm. Give me one word, one line in English. What would he be saying?
One line for
Of
who? For
what
who?
you said, of what you just sang there in Arabic.
Um,
One line
دخيل, okay,
in
دخيل
English.
Allah.
Pardon me?
دخيل Allah, it means for God's sake.
For God's sake.
دخيل Allah, you say, دخيل Allah, for God's sake.
Thank you. So, how is your family supporting you? What relationship do you have with your? Do you have brothers and sisters and your parents? What do they think about all of your self promotion? Are they
Um,
supportive? Are they in awe of it? Are they completely understanding and supportive?
okay, I have one sister and my father and mother, of course, and they all support me to study what I like to study, to major in university. Now, I always tell them that I'm having a lot of fans on Facebook and followers, and I'm reaching worldwide, and they're really supportive of that. But they always tell me that you should one day get paid for it, because you need to get paid for what you do, because you cannot just keep on singing and keep on doing what you do, from singing, dancing, doing movies, and doing all that, and just not get credit as financially. So you know how sometimes family are concerned about your financial future and stuff like that. So for them, um, if I succeed as getting paid for what I do, then I'm successful. Not just reaching to people. They want me to get paid and do a living from what I'm doing, because if I'm good at it, I should get paid for it. This is their concept.
Well, do you see yourself promoting and producing a CD of all of your music anytime soon? And therefore, henceforth, you could make money from the selling of your CDs.
See, this is the issue that I'm facing now, because I always record. I always record my songs that you hear, the audio and the video on my iPhone, with using my own speakers, my headsets. So I thought of booking a studio and trying to get myself produced alone, but this costs a lot of money. This is why I need to save money and to record the song at the studio and get let's say a composer and musicians and producer, and afterwards I have to market the song. I have to do a video clip, professional video clip, also costs a lot. But I'm counting on few opportunities, and people are actually starting to give offers to me on the social media, and let's hope this works out soon.
Yes, and I'm sure through online self promotion, there's many different sites right now, besides Amazon, where there's other sites where you can do self publishing and you can create your CDs and they can be sold there. So through all of
Right?
your social media accounts, you can let the people know where they can purchase that via these, like Create Space is one, and there's numerous other ones. So
Yes, exactly.
it's very much in the vein of what you're doing of online self promotion.
Mhm. Right.
So, what would you like to really share with the audience about what it's like to live in Jordan for people who have not been there and who probably will never go there? What would you like to share about your country?
Okay. I want people to know that Arabs in general are very warm-hearted. Sometimes they're called red-blooded people because they get angry fast, but they really have good hearts, and they get convinced easily. Here in Jordan, we are originally Bedouins, and Arabic Bedouins are known with their hospitality. And we always, when we have a tourist, the tourist must have the best food in the house. The tourist must sleep in the best room in the house. This is our hospitality here in Jordan. And if people came to Jordan, they know what I'm talking about. They visit the best places, historical places. We have Petra, one of the world's 7 wonders, which is, for me, I always go there and I connect there to know that we have the place where Jesus was baptized. We know the place, the mountain Nebo, where Prophet Moses stood there and was shown the promised land. We have a lot of historical spots. We have a lot of, let's say, civilizations that passed on our land, from Romans, Greeks, Ottoman, Arabs, and a lot of them. So I always invite people to come to Jordan. It's such a beautiful country. It's safe. Thank God it's safe now. And there are no, what you hear on TV, extremists are coming around. Until now, thank God, everything is safe. And I always ask people to come and must experience the visit to Jordan and other countries in the Middle East if they love history and if they love religious belongings, to come and, let's say, connect spiritually and have a special connection other than just visiting a place where it's just to have a spa or to have a beautiful view. It's just to have a more beautiful spiritual connection and study history.
And if you were to leave your country and live abroad, what would you miss most of your country? What would you be really homesick for? What would you remember that if you were living in Europe and you would dearly miss it? It would really pull at your heartstrings to want to be back there.
I was invited back in 2010 to Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And I always love to go on the beach and just to connect. I always connect in nature. The thing that I miss is the soul of my country, which I couldn't find it there, to be honest. There's a soul in the land of Jordan that I actually wrote a song about Jordan when I was in Los Angeles. I stayed for 6 months because a music manager invited me for events. I actually made a song because I was longing to actually feel the soul that I didn't feel in LA. I missed that soul.
And explain that soul. What do you mean by that the soul?
You know, let me tell you, for certain people, Jordan is a desert. For certain people, green and forests and let's say oceans, and these are the beautiful views, and this is what people actually go for to enjoy their time, and this is what they call beautiful. Of course, it's beautiful, but for me, the desert, of course, we're not just only deserts, we have other spots, but I mean the mainly desert. For me, a desert has secrets. The desert has a depth. Not anyone can feel the depth of the desert. For me, do you know when you see the sands? Some people see it as sands. I see it as gold. I see it as light. I see a depth in this desert. So did all the ancient civilizations that passed through here. So did when people went to Petra. They felt something different. They felt magic. There is magic. And trust me, if anyone comes to Jordan, ask them, what did you feel? They're going to tell you, we felt something different than other countries. There's magic in this land, and I long for it, and I miss it if I leave the country.
So I'm having a sense that you are speaking about the aliveness of the desert. When you say the magic, it is the energy of the aliveness.
It's the energy, and I don't know if I'm gonna say it. I connect with the sound of the wind sometimes. For me, it's not just a spiritual energy. There's something in the view of the desert. For me, I enjoy it. You know, people sometimes go to Petra or go to the desert of Wadi Rum, which is the most beautiful desert in the world. If you can Google it and check it out, Wadi Rum. In the sunset, the light of the sunset transfers from blue to purple to yellow to orange to beautiful colors that it does not exist anywhere in the world. And when you see those reflections on the mountains of the desert and you see those reflections on the sand, there's a different sense, a different energy that you feel and you actually hear. So this is what is special for me. I do go and enjoy it. Some people just feel the heat of the desert, but I do not feel the heat of the desert. I feel the energy of the desert and the magic of the desert.
Well, I'd like to ask you to sing that song that you created, the Song of Jordan.
Of Jordan. Okay, I'll go. I too want to go and leave, body of soul, stay in your walls. I have home in your world. I have peace in your land. I can live with your trees. I can breathe. I have never known a place with a spirit like yours in the world. I have never known a place with a spirit like yours in the world. Jordan, Jordan, land of peace.
Thank you. That was so special. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
What final thoughts would you like to share with the audience of what you think of the state of the world that it's in today with a lot of chaos in many different countries? What thoughts would you like to share to help people to connect to the quietness within them, to feel that they're, to foster hope?
Okay. I always tell my friends, my dear friends and close friends and family members, I always say, have a hope or have a goal in life. If you do have a goal or a hope in life, you have a reason to live. Do not focus on the negative things. Always see the positive side. I always say, when God's closed a door, He opens another. So if many doors close, trust me, many doors will open in the future. But you just have to actually be sure and certain that this is going to happen. It's all about willpower and all about a dream that you follow and to actually keep on following and not giving up on it. Through war, through massacres, through all these things, if we always keep on looking on the bad side, we'll always be in the dark. But if we see the bright side, we can always move ourselves from the dark to the bright side. And with hope and a goal, you can accomplish whatever you want just in time. Anything needs time. People always lose patience because they want everything to happen in the same time. I always say, wait and wait and wait, and you will be given the prize you always want.
Oh, that was so beautiful, very profound.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
If you were to talk to those ones who have lost their way to the the source energy, the God energy. For those who feel that they are completely alone in the world and nothing else matters except their mind and their issues and their troubles and their concerns. What would you say to those people, Waleed?
I say there's no person without a problem. There's always a problem for any person. Each person's problem is different from the other. Sometimes someone is homeless. This is their major problem. While the rich, they have a castle they live in, and their problem is their health. I always say be thankful for your health if you're healthy, because health is very important. And don't look at what others have. Look what you have, I always say. Do not follow like, oh, he has or she has a brand new car. Maybe they have a brand new car, but they don't have love. Maybe they have a brand new house, but they don't have health. Maybe you have health and love and everything, and you might get the car and the castle later on if you actually pursue your dreams or goals, or if you have something to follow. For me, I always say for those who lose hope, when you sit in the room alone, know that you're not alone. There's always a second person with you who's watching you, who's hearing you. I'm not just saying this. I'm not a person who actually tell people to pray or go with God, or I always keep it personal. I never actually advise people. Let them do what they do. But when they ask me, how do you keep on having this fresh thoughts and keep on having this hope, I tell them this is my way. When I stay in the room, I'm never alone in the room. I don't sit alone and think of misery. I sit alone and I connect, and I know there's someone who's hearing me. And for me, this is actually what gives me energy. This is actually what gives me hope and willpower and confidence, most of all, of what I believe in, and confidence of what I want to reach in the future.
And going with this inward journey that you're speaking of, there is an incredible rejuvenation going on, an incredible constant healing within connecting to your breath, connecting to your source energy, connecting to your power, and not trying to find this from outside yourself. You're finding it within yourself. And as you're finding it within yourself, you're celebrating it. And you celebrate it to the utmost through your sound, through your music, through your beauty, and through your essence.
Definitely, definitely. I do believe that all artists do have a connection in order for them to reach to people, in order for them to perform. I'm not just saying a slow song is what has, let's say, a connection with the audience. You can do a dance song. You can do, let's say, any kind of a lyrical song or whatever it is. You can do any type of music and be fresh and do, but you should have your own time alone in your room or whatever during the day. You should have this special moment. I don't know, with any God that you believe in, anything, you should have this special moment that you should, let's say, restore yourself again and again and believe in yourself. And do not follow the negative comments or the negative obstacles in life.
Well, so beautiful. So we're going to be closing, and it was at this moment in time, and I thank you so much for your time and all that you're doing, and all of the love that you are spreading on the planet, and all of the beauty that you're sharing with everybody. And I foresee you being a major, major force of talent, rising to as the phoenix rises from the ashes, to be taking your place. Often, as artists, we know it doesn't happen as fast as we would want it to be. And I'm sure you've been doing it for years, and I'm sure they call it paying your dues. And you've been paying your dues, and I'm sure that it's going to pay off, because you are an extraordinary human being. So I thank you. I thank you, and it's been a great pleasure and a great honor to speak with you, Waleed. And I look forward to
It's my
seeing
honor.
everything that you'll be doing in the future. I look very much
you.
forward to it.
Thank you. It's my honor to be on this beautiful show, and you are very talented too. And I'm so happy to be on your show as the second interview of my all interviews. And thank you for having me, and thank you for the beautiful words that you just shared. And I really appreciate it, and I'll always remember this beautiful interview and remember you as a great person and great talented artist too.
Great. Thank you, and many, many blessings. And thank you, Waleed.
God bless you. Thank you.
From the Art of Conscious Living, please do take care of yourselves and take care of others.